Welcome to Subramani. I had put on Twitter saying I have time and I will reply to queries. So I've got some queries, so I'm replying to them. I thought I could make YouTube videos out of that. So Mandar Divakar wants to know, is it a good time to continue investing in small cap mutual fund? I have a small percentage of my portfolio in that. Or is there no need of small cap mutual fund in a retail investor's portfolio? Mandar, it is nice to have some small cap, and like you said, you have a small portion of your money in small cap. That's what makes sense, maybe 10-12%. Sometimes when small cap is doing well, it may go to about 15%. So depending on your risk tolerance level, you can have small cap in your portfolio, but you won't miss small cap also. If you don't have, nothing really changes much in your life. Over a long period of time, your mid cap and large cap will also give you similar returns, maybe with less volatility. So if you are not a person who can handle volatility, you can skip small cap. However, if you understand that small cap will be volatile and you can take 15-year views, you can do a SIP in this. There is no hard and fast rule. Personally, I have invested in some small cap funds. I also invest in companies which are actually small cap. So there is no correct answer to this. So that would be my view. Thank you. Welcome to Subramani. Yash wants to know which health and pharma fund would be good to consider for long term. I really don't know. I haven't done much research. I'm a direct equity investor more than mutual fund investor, but I have invested in Nippon Pharma Fund and the DSP Healthcare Fund. DSP Healthcare Fund can invest abroad also. That has been my attraction, so I have been in that fund. One more question he is asked is, which is a good global ETF to invest in India for long term for an NRI? I'm not particularly sure that it is only for NRIs, but there is a fund which invests in a lot of developed market indices. Maybe you should look at that, or you should look at the MSCI World Index Fund, which is not India based fund. I think it's a US based fund. There you get exposure to the whole world. I think that makes sense for you, Yash. Jalaj Baveja wants to know whether SWP works while in retirement. Of course, SWP works, but SWP will work only after you put your money into 3 buckets. One bucket for say 3-4 years, next bucket for say 5-6 years, so that makes it about 9 years, and the balance money in the third fund. So bucket number 1 is low volatility like liquid funds, ultra short bond funds, etc., or short term income funds at best. You withdraw from that for 4 years. By the time your second bucket, which is some your maybe a little bit of flexi cap, but largely your hybrid funds, which could be even something like equity savings fund, balance advantage fund, multi-asset fund, slightly higher risk, you put it into that, and the others you put it into a equity fund. So you start withdrawing. SWP will work. Don't try SWP from an equity during a bad market. So if the market conditions are good, you could be withdrawing from an equity fund, but if the market conditions are not good, you will be withdrawing from bucket number 1. This is how it will work. I've created many videos on bucket theory of investing. Please look that up. Dhaval Sharma is asking, I have SIP running in mid and small cap funds, and to cover large cap segment, I buy Reliance, HDFC, Adani Port and ITC in SIP mode every month. Is this a right mix? I don't think this is the right mix. If you want large cap exposure, go and buy an index fund, or you could buy some blue chip fund, etc., with a 10-15 year view. I'm not very sure that it will outperform the index, but if you are sure that this fund will like some focus blue chip or some of those funds, they may outperform, may not outperform. Even if they do outperform, indexing is not a bad strategy for covering large caps. So large caps you cover through an index fund. If you're running your mid and small cap categories, that's fine. Just buying a few shares and thinking you're replicating doesn't work. Very clearly this looks like a recency bias. So I would suggest that you don't use this philosophy of buying some scripts in the index.